So in this video, a couple of first class games in the Dragon, which is a tier 7 Chinese light tank, which is currently on the Monster Hunter earn up. This is at level 4, and this is the first level where you can actually pick a tank. If you don't have any of these, the level 4 tanks, I would get the Lycan. This tank, as you can see, it is quite sluggish for a light tank. It is quite stealthy and the view range is quite good, but it's just the mobility. I've even got the powertrain, so I've got the 5% extra horsepower and top speed, and still it doesn't really do the trick. Yeah, it's an alright tank. Don't think it's. I think if you don't have the Lycan, get the Lycan. If you can play some more battles, try and get up to. I think the next one is level 8, and try and pick one of those. This one is. Unfortunately, if you've got no other option, if you've got no other tank to unlock, then yeah, it's fine. It's just. It's not the best tank. But putting that aside about it not being the best one, I think it is an okay sort of Soviet style light tank. As I said, it is quite stealthy, the view range is pretty good. The gun's alright. I don't have vertical stabilizer on this. I've got run and gun, so that's helping. But yeah, you can get the damage out in this tank. But yeah, just on red shirt, just coming down sort of 2-3 line just to try and spot any enemy tanks. I don't really want them pushing beyond that ridge. My team have pushed the 0 line quite aggressively, so we're holding them up this end quite well. So yeah, just trying to play this fairly tactically, decide that my allies really do need to have someone spotting for them, so just go up on the ridge, see what I can spot, and yeah, there's 3 of them back there. So yeah, team over here doing a good job, just holding them back whilst we win the 0 line. And I think that's always important. Like, sometimes you can see your team going off sort of lemon training in one direction, but as long as you could have, like, we've got about 5 of us over here, plus the artillery. I think the artillery is focused on this end as well. So as long as you got sort of like 4 or 5 of you on one flank, as long as you all know what you're doing, you should be able to hold them back. They seem to be quite good holding their ridge. They're not YOLOing anywhere. So, and I'm doing light tank things, spotting them up, just seeing what I can spot for them. So yeah, I do want to get that light tank out of the game though. It's doing a similar thing that I'm doing. I think both of them are, and they're both platooned up as well, which is always concerning when you're in a light tank. But one of them does get shut down, so at this point I'm thinking, and there we go, the amount of times that a platoon mate goes down and then the other platoon mate just YOLOs, because obviously they want to get into the next game together. So yeah, it's just YOLO'd, so I'm going to help it go back to the garage. It obviously doesn't know, but we are quite open back here, so it could do some hide somewhere, but yeah, just shut it down. It wanted to go back to the garage. And that's always something to look out for, especially I find with light tank platoons like that. As soon as one of them goes down, the other one just, the one that gets destroyed must be like, well, YOLO, and let's go back, let's do another game. But yeah, just help them go back to the garage. So with that out of the way, I'm the last light tank in the game, which is the best position you can be in the mid game like this, and you're the only light tank. Got this, I think it was the Inferno on this ridge, which is going to be a little bit tricky to dislodge from there. But I do want to just go back on this ridge game because I got to spot for my team, and essentially just make the enemy sort of stop advancing, that they're targeted, their 6th sense goes off and they go into cover. So yeah, just want to keep them lit as much as possible. Haven't had a big game at the moment. Just creeping up to 1,000 assisted and just 500 damage myself. But I think this just shows that if you just carry on doing what you're doing, and if the team knows what they're kind of doing as well, you can have a good game. But I've noticed that we've kind of melted now. My driving lets me down, get hit for it. This Progreto 46 gets killed by the equalizer using the barrage gun. But yeah, the mediums seem to have kind of split up. One's gone right back to sort of B1. I think it was in A1 there briefly, but this Inferno is going to prove tricky. It is looking the other way. It's always worth using that third person camera just to have a look like that. You just look down and you can see over ridges and behind trees and over walls and whatnot. So yeah, used it there to good effect. Got round behind the Inferno and shut it down. We are only just one tank up, and yeah, I should really have knocked that tree down looking back on this replay, but I didn't. Just wanted to try and get a quick shot out. Didn't work out, but just making sure I am a one shot now to pretty much everything. I should be the target, the enemy's team's target. Obviously I'm still the only light tank, and they should be wanting to get me out of the game. But I feel like I've just overextended there. I feel like I'm in a bit of a corner there. Don't think I'm going to be doing too much, so just come out, just go back onto this ridge and see that the enemy have pushed that ridge, and I thought that one of them was going to get a shot into me, but they both seem to have fired onto my ally, thankfully. But yeah, that 53 TP was full health. Do just want to get a bit of shot damage into it, let him know that I'm here. I want that 53 TP to know that there's a light tank over here, that when it fires at my allies, it's going to have a shot coming. So as you can see, it was coming towards me, ignored my medium ally here, so yeah, it's it got distracted by me, medium tank went in, and now it's just focused on our medium. So yeah, sometimes it is worth, even if you're not going to do too much damage, just worth just putting a shot in. But we've got this, it looks like it may have disconnected, but yeah, just putting some shots into this one. Allies take it down. I was creeping forward just to see if I could spot it to get the assisted, and just wait too long to try and get the pixel snipe on the artillery. So yeah, that's the first replay. As I said, first class, got MVP, couple of kills, just over 1,900 damage, 3,100 assisted. Always want to get the best in game when you're a light tank for assisted. And I've got 5 detections. Again, best in game, but you can get the best in game detections by just YOLOing. So it's the assisted that I always go for. 31,000 Commander XP. This was during the double Commander XP for the Halloween tanks, and I had a ×4 XP booster as well for it. So yeah, not a bad game. This second game is on El Haluf. I don't think I've got a video on the channel of this, but with a light tank on El Haluf. So I thought I'd put this one in just to show what I was what I usually do, which is go down towards the town down here. It is team destruction, so the spawns are a bit further back into the corners than they are for sort of the standard or the encounter, because sometimes you do spawn almost on top of this hill and you can go straight down. But I just popped the rations back there just so I could kind of hopefully see over the town, turn on crossing or any campers. But we've got the this tier 5 French tank. It's got the gun that doesn't rotate, and stupidly, I go right in front of it. Thankfully, it seemed to have only just damaged or knocked my tracks off and did a bit of splash, but that could have ended in disaster. But yeah, those tier 5 French light tanks, you really do need to play those like a stealthy TD. Interesting playstyle. I do like that French tier 5 TD. So we're lighting these up. The enemy team, they are doing the correct thing. They're just trying to destroy the cover. Unfortunately, artillery is doing it again. Knocks the track off. I get someone blind shotting me. But yeah, I know that artillery's focused this way at the moment. Don't really want to take any shots. Our light tanks YOLOing the artillery, which is good. Hopefully it can take it down. That'll make my game a lot easier. But unfortunately, as you can see, where our heavies are in D7 and one's crossing the open, so it's always it's so bad when you see that. It's El Haloof. If you're in the heavy tank, whenever I get El Haloof, I always think it's going to be a good fight up in that northwest corner. It's always going to be a good fight, but for some reason some people just don't want that and decide just to camp at the back. If they want to camp at the back, take a tank destroyer. But we're going up this hill now. This VK, I think it was considering YOLOing me, but we've got this Tiger 1 that came down. It's just getting shots now into my eyes. Just getting shots into it now. It's gone down into here. Yep, just going to circle it. It seems to have completely got itself muddled up all over the place. I just want to get out there really. Did notice this medium. The medium didn't notice me, which is always funny to when you play against these people. I'm right behind it. I don't know. But yeah, this Tiger 1. I don't know what people's fascination with this area of the map is, especially in a heavy tank. Admittedly, it's a Tiger, but still, it should really be northwest. But there we go. Just hiding behind this rock. Don't really want to take another bit of damage. It can come to me. I can get an easy kill. Seems to be trying to side scrape, but you know, it's too late. It's too late to be doing that in that position. So yeah, we've won the northwest corner, and in one of my other videos, as you can see, we've just rolled on through the team. There's nothing the enemy team can do. They may feel that, you know, all concentrating up here would have been the best thing, but no. The only problem with this is obviously that the heavy tanks that camped at the back on our team probably think that's a winning tactic. Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, just one heavy tank left. I'm thinking it's probably over this ridge. The amount of times that people just jump off that hill and into the water. But yeah, just trying to see if we can get any last shots of damage in. And there it is. Get a nice shot in. Set VK. I think it's looking at me, but yeah, get last kill. So just under 2,000 damage on that one. 4 kills. Didn't really feel like it was 4 kills, and we get best in game for that. Best in game for the damage as well, and the assisted. So yeah, El Haloof light tank, and you get the most damage. Yeah, really good game. I don't think either team really played it particularly well though. And I think when people do that, as long as you kind of know what you're doing, you should be able to have a good game. But yeah, just the first class on that one. Yeah, it's not a tank I particularly like. It is just a bit sluggish. Since I've got these replays, I have been able to upgrade, shall we say, the commander. So I have it got that additional, that 8th skill, and I put off-road driving on, and off-road driving seems to really help this tank. Tempted to say that, you know, it's almost a required skill for this tank, off-road driving. But yeah, that's the equipment, Optics Coronet powertrain, and yeah, 180 alpha. It's a fairly good alpha for the tier, but yeah, that's the Dragon. It's a nice little tank. It's just there are better ones, and yeah, get the Lycan if you're looking at one of those not tanks at level 4 to get.